Hello, to my fellow youths. There are certain things that we don't need anybody to tell us before we know that it is wrong. Yes, not everything you wait for people to tell you before you know the right thing to do. Yes, what I'm saying is drug abuse, taking drug in excess, drug that will damage your health. It is not good. Yes, in one of the podcasts I'm watching, I saw a young guy. He voluntarily show himself and talk on the effect of drug on his mental health. It is not good at all. These drugs can make, we have so many mad people on the street, and half or more than half of them is because of drugs. You should know your carrying capacity. Yes. You should know your carrying capacity. You not just be taking something because your friends are taking or because you think you can take. In fact, drugs are not for small boys. Even rich men, they have money before they go there. And it is not generally accepted in the society. Why will you go and engage something that whenever you hear about EFCC or drug law enforcement, you start to panic. You don't know if they are coming for you. This is totally wrong. You need to do the right thing and do it at the right time, do it the right way. Health is wealth. If you treat your health very well, you will enjoy the benefit. It is not good in trying to harm your health, trying to do yourself one thing or the other. It is not good at all.
The exposure to drugs in this city is crazy.
At the point of doing that, one of my friends just screamed, "I'm going home." The time then could be either 2 or 3 a.m.
Were you guys taking the meth at that particular
Exactly.
time?
We are taking our meth, our marijuana,
So it was a mixture of a lot of things.
mixture of different stuff.
Did it affect your academics?
Very well. It was making me lose memory.
Hi everyone, my name is Emmanuel and this is Max Confessions. As we already know, June is the global month for men's mental health awareness. And at 1206 TV, we already announced that all through this month of June, we will be giving men a voice to talk about their challenges, their addictions, their fears, their pains, their scars, their experiences, and everything in between. We already did that in the previous episode, and so on this episode we have another special to bring to you. This time around, my guest doesn't want to be maxed because this is a topic that is very dear to his heart, and so he wants to spill the truth to the best of his ability because he intends to inspire, to educate, to enlighten, and to help other people who were like him that are going through this same challenge. I'm speaking about nothing else but drug addiction. And so on today's episode, I have Kirian in the studio with me, and we're going to be talking about all his experiences and the things that he passed through being addicted to drugs. Right? Welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much, brother.
You're welcome. So first is, why don't you want to wear a mask for this particular topic? I want to understand it from your perspective.
All right, the thing there is, I just want this thing to be real so that people out there, we know that we are doing real thing here.
Okay.
Yeah, the topic we are going to talk about is something that the youth needed to learn from.
Yeah.
You get, so no need of maxing. Let it be real. That is the reason why I said no max.
Okay. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So it must take a lot of courage, and it must be a subject that is very dear to your heart for you to even attempt to talk about this particular thing unmasked. So
Sure.
talk me through the genesis of this addiction.
All right, you know, as a man, sometimes we do make mistakes without knowing the consequences.
Okay.
So it all started, yeah, that was in 2021, back then in school. When I gained admission, you know, you have to make some friends,
Yeah.
and I'm a very quiet person.
Yeah.
So then, talking to women or as in, speaking to girls
Yeah.
was hard for me.
Okay.
I'm also a shy person then, not now though then.
Yeah.
So when I started hanging out with those my friends, and this will make me say this. Okay, some of you that do say that nobody can deceive you or will tell you what to do or that kind of stuff. No.
Peer pressure.
So, yeah, peer pressure. If you start hanging out with people that have ulterior motives or that are doing things that you don't like,
Yeah.
they will influence
you.
Yeah, so that is life for you because you will be seeing them daily doing that. So at a point you will say, okay,
let me
try this.
Let me try it.
So at the point of trying, you have become part as in.
So basically, your first entrance into drug use started by influence from friends.
Exactly.
And if it hadn't been for the company that you were rolling with at the time, you would never have had any business to do with drugs.
Exactly. I wouldn't have indulged in that. Talking about influence and stuff, I'm a shy person. I can't talk to girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm always on my own then. So then they told me that, okay, Omo, if you take this, you will have this kind of courage to do things that you wouldn't have done clear-headed. Yes, then I tried.
Sorry, before you go on, your inability to talk to girls, was it something that was already bothering you that you needed or you would have loved to have a solution to?
Yes, it'd been bothering me then, but there is nobody to talk to because you are a man. You see your fellow guys doing that, but you don't have the courage to do. And again, April 2013, I had an accident.
Okay.
Then I injured my leg. You get so which made me to have a physical challenge.
Okay.
Yeah, while walking, you will just notice.
Yeah.
Then so it also made me like to start having this kind of low self-esteem, that kind of a thing.
Which was it at the time? Was it marijuana or crystal meth?
It's marijuana.
Okay, so this was at the beginning phase.
Exactly. That was how I started.
Your friends pitched this solution of if you take this substance, you will have the confidence to talk to anybody that you want to.
Yeah, exactly. That first period, I took it. It gave me that feeling, and I loved it.
So you had never smoked in your life until you got mixed up in that company?
Yeah, like I told you earlier, I'm a quiet person.
Okay.
So I do stay on my own, just that's who I am. Again.
So the very first time that you ever had contact with marijuana was when you were
in school.
In school?
Yeah, with those my friends them.
Okay.
I was just trying to discover myself, like to let me feel this courage.
Okay.
They told me that this stuff
will give to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I experienced it. So I now said, okay, since this could do such a thing now, okay, let me just see this as my confidence. So I do take it, when like to go talk to girls, or to maybe to stand and talk to people and stuff like that.
Okay.
So from there, it started becoming an addiction.
And this was your first chain of addiction, which was just marijuana.
Exactly.
At this time, meth was not involved yet.
No, I'm knowledge in IT field.
Okay.
So I was thinking, okay, what am I going to do, like to start earning?
Yeah.
To start earning like all that. So I said, okay, I met some of my friends, those friends in school. Then they said, okay, let's start internet stuff.
Okay.
When you are doing that stuff, you have to be awake.
Yeah.
So that period, we were taking something like Loud them and SK them to be able to be at an alert. So when mates came in was we needed something to spice up our vibes.
Yeah.
We needed to stay awake and do our things. So a friend of mine came up with the idea of a crystal meth.
What was the timeline between when you started marijuana till when meth was introduced?
Just 3 months.
3 months.
3 month interval.
And you loved it at the time?
Exactly.
Because it was giving you exactly what you
vibes.
wanted.
It will just give you the vibes to do things that you wouldn't have done when you are not in that mode. Yeah.
So which means them pitching the meth to you was like, okay, since you already found your confidence in marijuana, meth was just going to be,
a top up.
A top up.
Exactly.
So it was easy for anybody to proposition meth at the time, knowing fully well that you were already engaged in marijuana and you liked
Yeah,
feeling that you were getting
when
at the
the
time?
mate came in was if we are taking those stuff, we do stay together, like
Okay.
just be doing our things, playing music and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah,
Yes.
that friend of mine was taking it then.
Okay.
That was my first time of seeing that. You get.
Okay.
So he was taking it, and the kind of the vibes
Okay.
he was having that
Yeah.
period, I
Yeah.
loved it. So I and my other friends were just like, oh, so guy, how is this stuff? He said, man, it's a different feelings altogether, so that you guys will enjoy it. So that was how it started.
So you weren't just the only person who joined him.
No, we were about 4.
All 4 of you indulged.
Exactly. We experimented
Okay.
then, and it came out well. Like, it will just boost your dopamine, like it will just increase your sensitivity.
Yeah.
You will have this joy,
Yeah.
that will envelope you. Like, you will feel like you are on top of the world without knowing that it is destroying a lot of things. That substance, it has its spirit. Once you take it, you will instantly be addicted. So apart from the online transactions we were doing then,
Yeah.
it turned to something else. Like, we started calling it cruise. Cruise,
Okay.
like enjoyment and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it will deviate your mindset from your initial plan.
Okay.
Once you start taking it, it will deviate your mindset automatically. So you start being this happy. Making you happy, it will start disengaging you from certain things. Your normal self will start decreasing. Like,
So
the
you
things.
will be losing self of, like, touch of self.
Exactly. Maybe the things you like doing before,
Yeah.
you will start disengaging. It won't be that fast.
It won't be
will,
instant.
Yeah, it will be slow, but you won't know. It's only people outside that will notice. They will be like, see, I have known you before. This is not, but you won't agree to that. You will think that you are still your normal self. It got to a point I can't even relate with my family anymore.
Like, this entire experience happened while you were in school,
Exactly.
and none of your family members knew about it.
No, they have known me to be a quiet person.
Okay.
You get. So whatever I'm doing, they thought
It's just the normal you.
Yeah, the normal, but they didn't know that I'm passing through a lot. Yeah. Sometimes if I come back home, I will just be on my own, just be quiet. You won't even know that you are battling with demons. Like, you will start hearing voices.
Okay.
The normal things you do see, it will start turning to something else.
If I'm right, I don't know if this is the medical term, but if I'm right, I think you're referring to either schizophrenia or hallucination.
It's hallucination.
Hallucination.
Yeah. You start seeing yourself maybe as a prophet or as a seer.
Yeah.
Because you have started seeing unimaginable things. So I'm talking about a core addiction here.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about maybe those people that just started taking it. I'm talking about core addiction, like the period where you have taken it to the extent that you start hearing voices.
How were you funding the lifestyle?
We do online stuff, we do crypto, we do stuff.
Did it affect your academics?
Very well. It was making me lose memory. Like,
Okay.
sometimes you will just forget things.
So you were unstable.
Yeah.
Talk me through the health implications of when you were addicted to crystal meth.
Okay. That stuff will start drying you up. Like, you will start becoming lean.
Okay.
You get. Then you will start having this frequent headache and these symptoms of malaria or typhoid. Your body system will just change automatically. You get.
Okay.
Then because it will be pale, like it will be drying you up.
But
Like,
you won't notice.
you
that
won't notice. It's people outside that will just be like, hey, this guy, you are changing, as in, this is not how, what is happening? You get. But within you, we just be like, no, this is, I'm still the way
Still
I
the
am.
same person.
Yeah. So you won't even know. It's people around that will notice.
So basically, you become a shadow of yourself.
Exactly.
How did this affect your relationship with your family?
I stopped calling everyone because you will start, those people that you do stay together and enjoy the fun, you will start seeing them as your normal family. That mate will start giving you the impression that, okay, these are your families. That anybody that doesn't indulge
this
in
thing,
that,
yeah.
is not part of you.
Wow.
Yeah. So it will just start, you will start disengaging from your family automatically. You won't like to speak to anybody at all apart from that
Your
people you
circle.
see as your family. Yeah. My mom, she was calling, crying, like called my other siblings, and they started calling ourselves. So it got to a point where my younger brother visited me in school, but he didn't notice anything. The only thing he noticed was that I changed a bit, like my mood. Yeah. So he was like, Kieran, what is wrong? Are you sure you are okay? Stuff like that. Yeah. So I told him I'm cool. I later opened up to him and was like, okay, I'm just passing through depression.
You told him.
Yeah. But I didn't tell him the main thing.
You didn't tell him the reason
Yeah.
for the depression.
Yeah. So he was like, okay, what could be the cause? Then I told him that I don't know. That I just woke up one morning and started having the feelings and stuff. So he was just like, okay, don't worry, everything will be fine. He didn't notice anything at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
But after having this conversation with him, you will still go back to your friend's place and indulge again?
Exactly. It has become an addiction.
How often do you take it, like in a day?
Once the money is there, once the income is there, you will have this urge to get it,
No matter what.
no matter what.
And if you don't have the money,
My friends will provide.
what toll did this lifestyle take on your finances?
You know, one thing about me then is I'm self-conscious at a point. Okay. So anytime I noticed that I'm about being broke, I will withdraw a bit, as in I will withdraw automatically from my friends. I noticed that I was battling it.
Okay.
You get. So it will come to a point I will just regain myself. I will just be like, oh, this thing I'm doing, this is not who I am.
So subconsciously, you still knew who you were. Like somewhere deep down, like your soul, you knew that this is not the path where you're supposed to be.
Exactly. This particular thing I'm talking about I will just say is somebody, it only happens to people that are strong. Some people won't notice that. Some people won't have that conscious
That
mind.
recollection, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, but I do have that recollection. I will just be like, this thing I'm doing, I'm not supposed to be doing it. That moment, I will just pause and leave.
So this addiction never drove you to take something that doesn't belong to you or to sell something that is yours just because you wanted to fund the lifestyle?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. When I stopped automatically was when I was in HND.
HND 1 or 2?
1.
Okay.
Yeah, so something happened. That period, I was with my friends.
Okay.
And we were doing our usual. So at the point of doing that, one of my friends just screamed, stood up, and was like, I'm going home. The time then should be either 2 or 3 a.m. So he just stood up. And this person I'm talking about that said he's going home, that place is his own apartment.
Wow.
You get. So we thought it was just a normal vibe or just a normal stuff, yeah. Just stood up with only boxer shorts and was heading to the door. I was like, what is wrong? What is wrong with this guy now?
Were you guys taking the meth at that particular time?
Exactly. We were taking our meds, our marijuana.
Yeah.
And
So it was a mixture of a lot of things.
mixture of different stuffs. Yeah. So he just stood up and was like, okay, I'm going home. Yeah. I didn't take it serious then. So he started shouting, started destroying his things, like his televisions and stuff. That was when I noticed that
This is no longer ordinary.
Yeah, that something is wrong at that particular time. So I and my other friends were able to hold him down.
Okay.
Yeah. All of us were confused at that moment. We didn't even know what to do because he was just like acting strange. So we first of all gave him a Gary.
Okay.
But that stuff is not something Gary can solve.
Yeah.
It was uncontrollable, destroying things until we held him down. And even at that moment, he was still misbehaving. So I say he lost his mind.
Yeah.
At a point, I just sat down and started crying. Like nobody, I didn't know what caused the cry though, but I just started crying. I started remembering things. That was when I remembered my family. I remembered my siblings, my relations, and I started like having flashbacks about things I normally do. That moment, I was like, God, I messed up. If you can just help me out in this tiring period, that I won't indulge in this anymore. We were dealing with him then till it was 6 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
So we just planned. All of us just left. Then remaining one person. So the person just called the parents that their son started misbehaving and stuff, that they should come. So that morning they came around and picked him up without knowing exactly what happened.
Yeah.
So it was when they reached home, then they took him to rehab.
And he was still violent and misbehaving even when they came to get him.
Exactly. It was only the mom and 3 other boys.
Okay.
I don't know if they're the brothers or something, or relation. So they came around and picked him up. I myself, after that my friend's experience, it wasn't up to 2 days. Then I fell sick because of the whole experience and stuff. Like I was having a lot in my mind. Then I was overthinking. I couldn't even sleep. I was just like, I was helpless.
Yeah.
You get, that period to eat was a problem. I can't even eat, feed well and stuff. So then I fell sick. Then that period, it was my friend, my girlfriend,
Okay.
because she was around. So she became scared and she called my brother.
Okay.
So when my brother came around, then they took me to the hospital. So then the doctor confirmed that I'm taking something that is draining my blood and water.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it will make you pale.
Yeah.
Yeah, it will make you pale. So the doctor confirmed and was asking if I'm taking anything. So I said no, that I wasn't taking anything. But the doctor knew. Yeah, so he started administering drugs and stuff. Then my brother called home. Yeah. So because then I confided in him, I told him everything.
Yeah.
I told him, okay, see, bro, look at what it is, or this is it and stuff like that.
You were still at the hospital at the time?
Yeah, then because I thought I was going to die.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you came clean?
Yeah. So it was just like I was making a confession to him.
Yes. Yeah.
So in case anything happens, so let them not think that it's somebody that did it. That it's just my whole fault.
Yeah.
So I told him everything that I was taking steroids and all those. So my brother was crying. I was even crying there. So we were just crying. So before the doctor came and said that there's nothing wrong with me, that it's just that I have to stop whatever I'm doing that is draining my blood and water. That period. Yeah. So I stayed in that hospital for 1 week.
Okay.
Yeah. So then.
So they were like flushing your system.
Exactly. So after the whole stuff and all those drugs and everything, so I came back to normal. Then, as God would have it, I called that my friend, the sister. So she confirmed that he is normal.
Okay.
Yeah, that he is okay now. So I just thank God for everything.
I know a lot of things that are happening in this city. The exposure to drugs in this city is crazy. I will not speak authoritatively on other cities. I can only speak for where I'm residing and the things that I have seen, things I have heard. Every other weekend, there are house parties where youths are indulging in cocaine, crystal meth, loud, like all strains of marijuana, all levels and all whatnot. So there are those who are already involved in the lifestyle, and there are those who haven't even started at all.
Okay.
So I guess your message would be in 2 different folds. What is the remedy to someone who is currently battling with drug addiction and who genuinely desires to stop but is unable to stop because of whatever constraints that they are having as a result of this drug?
Whenever you want to stop something, you have to first accept that what you are doing is wrong.
So acceptance is the first step.
Exactly. You have to first accept that. That is the first thing. Okay. So then you just need to talk to someone, because you hiding yourself, like, it will make it difficult for you. So whenever you have an addiction and you open up to someone, that addiction will reduce a bit because you have aired it out to someone.
So it's like saying a problem shared is half solved.
Exactly. So when you air it out or share it with someone, then I mean a trusted person, not just
Someone that
a
would
person.
judge you.
Exactly. Yeah. See, look at what I'm passing through. Okay, it's not even only drugs. Yeah, when they see someone that is addicted to a substance or anything at all, you'll see some people, they will be shouting and quarreling and stuff. No, that's not the way to handle that stuff. You have to be calm, like very calm, and understand that person, have a heart-to-heart discussion with the person. So I believe from that,
So shouting and violence doesn't work for someone who is
not
addicted.
at all. You have to be calm.
More
with the
like
person.
a correction in love.
Exactly. The truth of the matter is, if you are battling a addiction, you need love. I will just say that those set of people, that the most people that needed love, because at that moment they're dealing with a lot.
They are not even themselves.
Exactly. So that love is what will keep them going. Okay, they will just be like, okay, I'm being loved. Look at my family; they are all for me. They are doing this for me. That okay. So you will just start having a sense of belonging again.
Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, because at the initial time, you will just be feeling like no one loves you. That you are on your own, you don't want to see anybody, that everybody should go, that kind of thing.
Love.
Exactly.
So like it's a cleansing mechanism.
Exactly. I will say that that's just the medicine.
I mean, and that reminds me something that the Bible says, love covers a multitude of sins.
Yeah.
Now it makes perfect sense how loving someone, takes them out from the gutters. And it also makes sense why, when the prodigal son was coming back, the father saw him from afar, ran, hugged him, and covered him with...
And showed him love.
A lot, yes.
Once the love is there, like, you see people talking to you in love, showing you love, that kind of a thing, you see yourself improving. You will start having that sense of belonging.
What happened with your friends?
All of them are they're okay now. All of them, they're doing well in their different aspects
They
of
stopped
life.
or they are still indulgent?
They stopped. Yeah, they stopped. Just one of them, that traveled outside the country, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
And your friend who was taken to the rehab is fine?
Yeah, he's okay now.
And he has
fine.
also pulled out from it?
Exactly. Yeah, doing very okay. He's also saving with me now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's also saving with me now. So by God's grace, we will just be done in a month's time.
In a month's time?
Yeah.
And your service to the motherland is done?
Exactly. So that is the all thanks to God for everything, though. It's not been easy.
I agree with you on two fronts. One is acceptance, because you can never make progress in your life,
Exactly.
regardless of the kind of addiction that you're dealing with, whether it's drugs or gambling or masturbation or pornography or whatever.
Yeah.
Until you accept, first and foremost, that I have a problem. So accepting that, or telling yourself that I have a problem, is the first step.
Exactly.
Then, like you rightly said, which I also agree with 100%, you have to speak to someone.
Yeah.
I constantly say this. And one of the tools that addiction holds on to keep you enslaved in that lifestyle, whatever it is, no matter the type of addiction it is silence. So long as you keep quiet about your struggles, about something that you're dealing with, a solution can never come. And one of the things that causes relapse, alongside stigmatization, depression, fear, is silence. Until you speak and say, I have a problem and I need help with this thing, it will not, the grip on you will still be very, very strong. This is what I think. And I've talked about it so many times, with individuals and even in the comment section with the previous videos that we've aired. And I've repeatedly said, silence is an enslavement.
Yeah.
Silence is an enslaver. until you open up to talk about a problem, it can't be solved. You can't find the solution that you need or the solution that you're looking for because you're keeping quiet.
Look at where I am today. I'm a graduate now, and I'm good at what I do. Then
I mean, you
I'm
look
into
very
tech.
healthy now, like very
sure.
soft.
So I'm into tech and stuff like that. So all thanks to God. It's been God all the way. So,
Thank you very much, Kieran. This was actually very enlightening. I've learned a lot of things from your experience, and I'm glad you came. You said at the beginning that it's good that the reason why you didn't want to be Max is because you actually want people to know that this is not just... Because I know that some people still think in their head that for some reason, Max Confessions is scripted content. That I'll sit down and I'll script something and I'll tell someone, okay, sit down, say it this way, say it that way, and let's plan it. So you coming to talk about this thing, you know, something that you've passed through and you have a message for the world is very consoling and is very encouraging. More than ever, I know that I'm on the right path, and this platform is going to, you know, really give people an opportunity to be heard.
Yeah, exactly.
And I love that. So thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
So guys, it's been